spot a spot. You spot your location. Oregon surf fishing. Surf fishing Oregon coast. Okay, the trough locations. Now it's coming into high tide. Gotta find where it feeds to these troughs. Best location to find larger size surf perch. My observation. I just gotta calm down. Run off with a high-low rig. Four bait hook. Switch this out, let it run for the number 2. Of course, he's already out there. Been here for about 30 minutes. Put a strategy together yesterday. So definitely gonna see what we can catch. The experience is more important than the bonus of the fish. Close eye out on her, as I would anyone that would come out and fish with me. We're just gonna pick this beach apart. Midday, perfect surf, perfect waves, perfect wind conditions. Practice makes perfect. I figure she'll have probably about 3 strikes before I even get over there. If you haven't figured it out by now, we fish as a team. A pretty good location that she's scoping out. Well, let me head on over there and see what I can get on surf fishing, Oregon coast. All right, I'm in action. Headed in direction right now. A little bit excited. I like what I see out here. The wind definitely is in our favor. Coming into high tide. This area right here is going to be a trough. That's a bar in front where the sand is up higher. There's a feed where it's deep. I figure it's feeding from back over here off of the map that I saw on fishbrain, which allows you to post all your catches. And so during low tide to high tide, while the water is rushing in, the waves will get higher because it has a lot of force to bring that water all the way up to here. And so these fishes are on a tide schedule, and so they know exactly when to attack the beach to come through here and to this trough area that I'm walking in. Right here is that's gonna be a deep trough right there. Right through here, they're gonna travel through here when it gets to high tide. And so I put my bucket right there to mark this area. We won't be here long enough to fish it, but I'll remember it next time. Now this is a bar. This is where the waves will crash on top of. And the fish will enter, I figure, right about here. And so I'm gonna go, while she's fishing right there, I'm gonna fish over here. I figure this is the entry part where it's the most deepest, feeding this trough area right here. And for fishing, we focus. Deep concentration. And so, we are here to catch our red-tailed surf perch. Any luck? Any bites? None yet? Alright. I'll let you focus a little bit. Y'all want to follow me?
How are you?
I'll show you where the fish is coming in at.
Probably far.
Huh?
Probably too far.
They're coming in right over there.
I watch you.
Red-tailed surf perch.
There are a lot?
Pardon?
There are a lot?
There's a lot, yes. And see how this water's rushing in really fast? They got the deep area is right over here, which is going to feed all the low areas right through here. And so she's focusing right now on showing where the low area is at, and I'm going to go where the high area is at, and we should catch them in between this area through here.
I'll be here. I'll be watching.
All right.
All right.
All right. No such thing as luck.
Thank you.
There's a good chance. All right. Have a good day. All right. Made my first cast. I think this is a long sandbar. Right now I just want to get a feel of what the current is doing and how hard it's pulling. See, the water's rushing in pretty fast. And this is what we're focusing on. This water has a lot of ground to cover into high tide. So it's crashing there. I can see the dirt or the sand being pushed up, so that means that there's a trough right in front of me. Right about now is when you want to stay about shin deep, not too deep, because you can get in a rip. And that water's coming in forcefully hard. That means that water will be coming out just as forcefully harder. So that's why you got to concentrate on what you're doing at all times. Unfortunately, and very fortunately, surf fishing is dangerous, very dangerous. And it looks like a lot of fun, but you got to take it very serious. So it's going to take about 30 minutes to feel calm and comfortable. Coming into high tide. I'll let you catch. I'll let you know what I catch when I catch it. Let me get my focus on, make sure she's safe. Alright, until I catch. Well, I broke my other line again. Had a 4-ounce dollar weight on it. And size 2 bait holder hooks. And so I'm switching out my rig right now. Changing my size 2 into a size 2. while of course I'm keeping my eye on who I brought fishing with me. And so I'll get my time in by myself later. So she has never had a break off yet, which tells you she has more control on her cast than I do. And she's using the right size lead. So I may need to duplicate what she's doing in order to reduce the chances of losing so much rig. So I'm going to start focusing on that. In the meantime, I figure it's going to take about 45 minutes before we get our first catch, going into transition of low tide to high tide. It usually takes about 30 minutes to get a feel of what the beach is going to allow you to do, and then you just try to fish the conditions that you have, avoiding break-offs, because the less time you are in the water, that lessens your chance of catching a fish. And that's the perfect wash right there. I'm telling you, she fishes. That wash is what you're looking for. So there's a bar, a deep trough bar on low tide right about there. I've been out here several times, but the beach always changes because the sand is always moving. But if you ask me, that's a pretty good location. As soon as I get my my rig on here, my high-low rig, I'm gonna go fish nearby her. But it's gonna take about 45 minutes to find one of these troughs. And looking off the satellite map the other night, I know there's a deep feed at low tide that's feeding water through these troughs off of these bars. So I don't know what color they're hitting on yet, but my excitement is making me throw on anything. I want to use, my first thought is telling me use a natural color bait. I don't have any. I know I do. I don't feel like digging down in there. I want to get my line in the water. So I'll let you know what I catch. When I catch, the fish is always the bonus. And learning, you never get done learning this. This is a life experience. Like I said earlier, I found something I can rededicate myself to. And the challenges of fishing on the surf, it seems to be very rewarding, on top of getting relaxation. I just need a 2-ounce sinker and I am back at it. And unfortunately all I have are 3s. Let me do this cannonball. She's running with a cannonball, so guess what I'm gonna do? That's right. Put me a, like a 2-ounce cannonball. That'll work. That'll work. I don't like touching lead too much, but hey, if I'm gonna touch lead, this is the kind of lead I'm gonna be throwing. Let's go bomb the beach, baby. More fishing, less talking. Alright, back at it. And even though it gets to be serious and very tense when you're fishing, that's when you're not fishing. Fishing's supposed to be relaxed, and you're supposed to be able to enjoy people around you while you are fishing. And so, let me calm my excitement down. I got a good 4 hours of fishing, so that's what I call speed fishing. And the concentration and the focus can get intense. As you can see, a good example right there. She has not moved yet. She's got one. She got one. She got one. I told you. She got one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Right on. Oh, don't lose it in the trough. See, it's feeding right in here. All right. Then so it's feeding. It's feeding right through here. Yeah. Nice. Well, that's what's up. No, take it off. Let me take it off here. Hold my pole. Yes. The what? Calm down. You want me to bleed it and well, yeah, I'll take a picture of it. But I want you to hurry up and get your line back in the water. Yeah. And that's when I start doing the bites. Okay. Gotta dispatch it. Be humane. Brain is about right there. All right. I was like, it kept biting too. You was getting bites? Oh yeah. And there were big ones like that. Okay. Well, I switched my rig over to your style. Oh, okay. I should be a little more successful. Thank you. All right. I told you, you'd be on it. That's her second fish. All right. In 30 minutes. You're right. They biting. They biting over there. Okay. I'm going to get on them. That's what's up. All right. Now the tide is moving in pretty fast now. The surf is getting more aggressive. Looking for an aggressive wash. Great example. She's right by where an aggressive wash is at. And you can see the foam on top. And so now the sand fleas are getting stirred up really, really good. And she got a double. So she's right on the school. Hey, walk out backwards. Walk out like this. Don't turn your back to the ocean. Walk out back like this. It'll be a lot easier on your feet. Well, she's hitting silvers and perches. Red-tailed surf perch. She's gonna hit a striper very soon. Get your rod. There you go. There you go. All right. Let me get on some fish now. Yeah. We're on a school of silvers. They usually be the first sign that the red tails are right behind. The water's getting high. They on a tide schedule. And so once we find where it comes in at, we should be on some pretty good sized surf perches, red tails. And I know the rule. You start catching, don't move the spot where you're catching fish at. But, you know, I like to venture. And so, I'm going to go a little bit down over there where that wash is at, and we're gonna we got our marker, the bucket as a marker. So you keep hitting them here. I'm gonna see if I can get a nice sized redtail. So at least I am not skunked. I got one silver. All right. And remember, don't turn your back on the ocean. Walk out backwards, or your foot. It's like thrusting your hand in water, and you could trip up. You don't want to wet your gear up. Okay, this is perfect conditions, the way I see things. So the fishing should be pretty fierce right about now. We're at midway of high tide. Most of the low tide troughs has been filled. And so now the beach is stirring up pretty good. There's been the little schools of silvers. Haven't hit a redtail yet. We haven't moved location yet. But this is, to me, right about now would be perfect conditions. I think I see a seal in front of me. Right back over there. Something's bobbing up and down in the water. There is... Angela! Look at that seal! There is fish in here. Right there, right there. Right in front of you. There's a seal. See that seal? Ooh, I got a flounder. Yeah, so see that seal? Look at that seal. That's a seal. Right there. He's just bobbing up and down.
Yeah, I see it.
So there's some big fishes right over here.
Oh, that's where I've been catching them then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was like, what the heck is that?
And he's gonna be scaring them off too.
Oh, I got a bite.
See?
Oh, I got, oh, where's that?
See, I have a flounder.
Oh, that's so pretty. Can you take a picture of it?
Well, yeah, I'll get a picture. A scoping.
Where did it go?
Yeah, I'm looking for him right now. I don't see him. But he'll be scaring the fish off though. And then when you want to take your when you want to get to your fish, loosen up your drag and pull the line out so it lowers it down to you. We gotta stay calm. I don't know. I'm looking for him. Oh, he's further out. He went further out.
Oh, okay, no. Because I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, there's some large sized fishes in here.
Oh, it's right there.
See, he's right where? Oh, I see him. I think I see him.
Where did it go?
I don't know, but hey, yeah, we're on the spot. Let me take this flounder off. Well, legally, you got to be 14 inches or 12 inches. It's too small to keep.
That's small?
Yeah, it's too small to keep.
What kind of fish is that?
Oh, this is a flounder.
It's eatable?
It is if it's large regulation, but this is too small. I can't.
You have to let it go?
Yeah, I have to let this one go. If I can get the hook out of him.
Yeah,
He got teeth too.
está plana, tiene los ojos arriba, del mismo lado. Todo está raro, ¿no? Pero así es. ¿Sí, por qué van a eso?
Wait. I'm just swimming back this way.
Well, that was a lot of excitement coming into high tide. Now we're going back into low tide. And we still yet haven't found the large school. But we had a lot of action. But yet we're still looking for the large size, at least 10-inch red-tailed surf perch. And so we're getting a lot of action. I hit a couple of scopings and a few small silvers. And so I'll let you know what I catch when I catch it. Well, we're down to our 30 minutes of fishing. We've been hitting a lot of scopings, but no red tails. And so, down to our last 30 minutes. It's about 4:30. We got here about 1 o'clock. We determined that we would leave by 5, no matter how good the fishing will get. Earlier today was a lot of excitement. The late hour of fishing, the later portion of it, of course the bite slows down. The bite will get hot really fast and then slow down for about 2 or 3 hours, and then it'll get hot again. And so I'm just going to do what I call a speed fish and do a fan cast. I know this area has a channel in it, and I know it's been fed by this little deep spot right across that way. So hopefully they'll be in here. I'll let you know what I catch when I catch it. Well, like I said, we've been catching time after time and time again. I think I caught about 15 of these little things. Open wide, open wide. Get off my hook. Got about 15 of those today. Coming to the end of our surf fishing for the day. I'll chalk this up to a relaxation day. Never go wrong when you don't catch what you want. Well, we're down to about our last 15 minutes. And so I've hit about 10 of those. Look like good fishing time right about now. Oh, just got a bite. Another scoping. I know what it feels like now when they get on my line. Very faint. It's a steady process. But I'm right over that deep trough. About 4:45. Something's on. Oh, a little scoping is on my line. They've been just vegetation. Something hit my line coming in. Something nibbled at it. But it's definitely never gonna get frustrated, because the pattern that I'm seeing is that low tide takes about an hour. They on a tide schedule. It takes about an hour for the water to get high enough to come in close, coming into high tide. And then when the tide table goes low, they rush back out to the deep area, and then you can catch them further out when it's low tide. They're in this area for a short amount of time, so that they don't get I don't know what it's called, but so that they have enough water to swim out. And even though to me this looks like a perfect situation, all day look like a perfect situation, but I have not gotten a strike yet. Just a lot of scopings. She keeping true to our time schedule, so I guess I better wrap it up. This is when it starts feeling good. The fish. I'll cast about maybe 5 or 6 more times. Well, I'm gonna call it. The temptation of staying here trying to catch what I want is too great. Don't feel like driving in the dark or getting home in the dark. She's already packed up and ready to go. And so if I'm gonna keep my word, gotta keep my word. She's gonna want to stay long one day, and I'm gonna be like, oh, it's time to go. So we did do pretty good. We're not skunked. We caught a lot of scopings, but we didn't get the fish we was targeting. Or actually, she caught a couple of fish that we were targeting. And it did turn out to be a good day. We decided just to come out here. We got here about 1 o'clock. The drive was beautiful. The day was gorgeous. A lot of excitement. And so it's definitely a good day. Stay encouraged. Stay healthy. Never give up. Honor, courage, commitment. Until next time. Surf fishing, Oregon coast. We have landed. You happy with your catch for today? Well, all right. Until next time, let's get them again.